do you think some of the challenges to the hobby as a whole are right now, as far as education and some of the laws governing the hobby?
Undereducation, overeducation, and the media. They're overall challenging factors. But the big problem in a whole, whether it be large constrictors, venomous keeping, lizards, crocodilians, it's us, the keeper. We're the problem. You have too many of us spend too much time fighting with each other, too much time criticizing, too much time belittling. We don't look at what the overall effects are going to be. I don't try to turn a person down. I run into a scenario. I've ran into scenarios before with actually several of my cobras that I own, where somebody who wasn't ready to own this snake had them. I didn't belittle, I didn't threaten, brought them in, taught them, showed them the precautions. I didn't call them a moron, didn't do things that you see on the website forums, you see online, on pretty much everywhere now. We spend too much time attacking ourselves, each other, and not enough time focusing on the problem. We have undereducated people who believe snakes are all dangerous, all lethal, that the ball python's going to come and eat their child in their sleep, which isn't plausible. Ball python snakes don't look at us as a food source. And if they do, it's the keeper's fault for something. You've starved the animal. You've given it a reason to affect you or your body. We're too big. We're an apex predator. We're not a food source. Overeducation. People look at it as, the majority of keepers can't keep, can't facilitate, can't keep, can't heat, can't feed. I have a basic, simple setup. We just recently moved into this new house. We bought new property so we could expand our turtle ponds. We could expand our gator ponds. We could expand our reptile buildings. But that takes time. You don't move to a new property and build a 20 by 40 foot building in 24 hours. So right now we have a basic setup. Bowmaster cages, some custom racks, some actually medically bought racks from different websites, different material. I overall heat my room either via heat tape or the space heater, which we get to indoor right now. My room stays at a constant 82 degrees. It's the overeducation, the undereducation, ignorance, the belittling. It's just, our hobby's falling apart, and it's falling apart around us, and it's our fault it's happening. No one else is to blame. It's just, in my opinion, just that simple.
Do you think that with the advent of the internet and people being able to communicate so rapidly, how has it changed the hobby?
Sales have changed. It's made it easier for would-be or experienced keepers to purchase animals, whether it be venomous, non-venomous. It's given us the ability to research. It's given us the ability to ask other people. If I have personal questions medically about my snakes, worming, ticks, abscesses, feeding issues, I can contact friends of mine from Florida who've been doing this for 40, 50 years, who have more accumulated experience right now than what I can imagine happened. They've forgotten more things than I've learned so far, but I can ask them for help, and the internet makes it easier. If I can't get a hold of them via phone call, I can send them an email, a Facebook message. But it can also be detrimental, because that's when you get people wanting the camera attention. You get people wanting the attention. So you get the guys kissing their cobra on the top of the head. You get the guys wrapping a rattlesnake around their neck. You get the people posing with their infant child sitting on a 19, 20-foot Burmese or reticulated python. Now, the backstory to that is now all we're all seeing as a whole is a picture. We're seeing a guy kissing a cobra, a guy with a rattlesnake around his neck, and people setting their child next to the Burmese python. But you don't know the history behind it. And yes, these are basic needs animals. They don't love, they don't have compassion. In my opinion, they learn. They know their keepers. They acknowledge their keeper. So we don't see that guy's had that 5-foot cobra for 25 years, knows every movement it makes. Him and that cobra can move together. They know it.
What, Bob?
In a little bit, Bubby. Go upstairs.
And in case you're wondering, this is his rattlesnake. That's Sam the ball python.
I thought
We've tried and tried and tried to convince him it's not a rattlesnake, but the ball python is his rattlesnake.
that's great.
I figured I'd clarify that real quick.
Okay, one other thing. This wire right here,
That just really
wireless.
didn't help anybody's
Can you,
cause at the moment.
either further down in, just where we can't
And
see
that's
it.
my fault, 'cause when he was 2, he kept wanting to see the rattlesnake, and that's the only thing he knew, and
Yeah.
so I just finally started calling it his rattlesnake, and so now he's 4 and we still call it his rattlesnake.
That's right.
And what's in this top cage here?
A monocle cobra.
Oh, the cover. It's not out, is it?
She's, if you, I can get her moving. You guys want to stand back for a minute?
Oh, yeah, so
If it's a big deal, don't mess with it.
No, she's just. She's gonna be shy today, so that's probably the best you're gonna get out of her.
Gotcha. Okay,
talk to Caesar,
Let's,
he might come up and say hi.
let's do this.
He's interested.
Oh yeah. Speaking of-
Yeah, you want me?
Okay. Let me try to.
There you go.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, now let's get you. Okay.
Oh, that's a good try.
Alright, now I'm gonna have you talking again to Andrew.